Okay. Is it happening? It's okay. We're here. Let's see. It always happens. Doesn't have to. Always happens. What's going on? Thank you so much. I didn't even know if I was on here. Are you hearing me? Can you hear me? Okay. Um, Cheryl, Dushi, can you hear me? Can you hear you? Can't even hear myself. Oh, good. Perfect. All right. Thank you very much. Uh, I want to start off today with some lines I want everybody to repeat, and you can say them yourself. I'm ready. I'm willing. I'm capable. I'm able. I'm ready. I have my own newness now. I am fearless. I'm fabulous. I am divine. So every time I do this, I say I'm getting more at ease doing it and appreciative of everybody who's here. And I'm saying, getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. Will you be mine? Could you be mine? Will you be my neighbor? And I have to say that I am truly grateful. I'm blessed, as I know that you are. And I want us to have a really wonder-filled and wonderful time this Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. And the purpose of this day's contribution is to speak about you as God Most High and Divine Loving Holy Spirit give, and the awareness that this is about you, your own universe. I used to teach this in the 80s, and when I started, I felt that it was getting a bit big because people were really coming, and I made a decision that I was going to stop and not do it because it was, as I felt, it was too big for me. So I did. People were in the living room, they were in the dining room, they were in the hall, they were standing, and it was like, oh my God, this is this is this is a little bit much. So I determined to stop, to cut it off. And right after that, I became very, very ill and had to have an emergency surgery, which uh, the doctors thought it would take about 90 minutes, and it took almost 10 hours. So I know, and as I share and tell individuals, the importance of being obedient, adhering, and following through, because obedience pays. When we, in so many ways, forego any emotional attachments, any emotional upsets, any emotional unsettling, then we can discern clearly, and we can hear uh, what the divine tells us and is telling us. And I am knowing that this day um, I will again repeat the affirmation that I started with so that individuals will have an opportunity to express for themselves their diligence and their determination to um, acknowledge and affirm being the divine children of Most High, whom you be. So I know that doing these videos is part and parcel of my work, of my calling, which I so definitively, quote, attempted and or tried, unquote, not to do. And every time I would determine, me, myself personally, every time I would determine that, well, it's a bit much. I don't really want to do this. And Most High would always allow June the privilege of knowing that this is not your choice. We called you, we chose you, we knew you in the womb of your mother. And as I was told later years, that ever since my mother bore me, that Most High has been my God, my uh, protector, my um, my everything. And so we're here, and I'm doing as I am directed, and I truly hope to make a contribution to each and every one who will to be participating. And all of the new thing also is I'm going to be doing more with my YouTube channel, YouTube Live, and that way more individuals can be connected and uh, can see and hear the living words without being limited or restricted because they're not on Facebook. So I'm really grateful for Facebook Live and comprehending the fact that, as I said, I was truly hesitant. But now I'm here, and we're going to contribute to you, give unto you as God, Most High, and Divine, Loving Holy Spirit given to me. When we have the opportunity to know that this complete physical being, this sacred physical body temple, flesh form female, woman, human, flesh form male, man, human on planet Earth, this planet which turns on its axis in the universe. When we truly comprehend and do accept, do acknowledge, and do have an affirmative understanding of who we are and whose we are, then we will have the opportunity of witnessing so many more wonderful and wonder-filled activities and actions for ourselves. The first and most important directive is to know yourself, know thyself, know you better than you would expect others and or another to know you. And when you have this consciousness of self-knowing, then you become more and more confident. You give a succinct attention to yourself. You become self-trusting, and therein is the confidence, is the understanding of the grace you have, so that your heart and your soul allow you the privilege of knowing you are not ever separated nor divided from the divine. And you also have the opportunities to trust what you hear, trust what you feel and or sense, and to know that as you evolve as a living and loving and trusting individual, you will make the right and righteous decisions for your life. Because first, it's about you. And then, when you're giving care and compassion and being loving about you, this allows you the privilege of trusting what you can and what you will and what you desire and or want to do for another and or others. But first, it's about you. And to be about you is not selfish, is not egotistical, unless you just go all the way off the deep end and refuse to be a discerning and dedicated individual who refuses to acknowledge your divinity. Nobody's saying you have to be a saint, because when we live on this planet, this which spins within universe, you encounter all sorts of whatever and all sorts and multivaried individuals which can have you moving from one side to another, up and down, and just in total flux. However, when you know yourself, you can instantaneously or immediately, or however the moment is, you can quietly and carefully move into that place and space where you know your sanctity is, the sacredness of your sanctity, the preciousness of your divine self. Uh, so, when that outside messiness occurs, and messy people, just messiness, when all that stuff begins to rise, you know exactly what to do to get out and away from, as you move within you, your own universe. You own your universe, the whole of you, the neurons and brain, the beautiful skin, which is the largest organ covering your flesh form, as you be female, woman, human, male, man, human. And everything that's working within this body, this sacred temple, is not created by a human, albeit we be humans. And when you give consideration to every wonderful thing about yourself, your eyebrows, your earlobes, tip of nose, your teeth, your lips, your chin, your throat, palm of hands, fingertips, your knees, your feet, your inner workings, the blood which flows through your veins. What a magnificent creation we be. And because we are so wonderfully designed and defined, we have to respect ourselves and respect others. And we live in times now when there's a dearth of respect. There are individuals so willingly available to cause hurt, harm, and endanger and murder humans. And we have to be able to know that some of the most horrendous and horrible and dastardly humans are on this planet. I have often thought about God most time must have sent folk on this planet like a prison. It's like sometimes you got the worst individuals breathing, and just looking for something to do, someone to cause hurt, harm, and endangering to another and or others' physical body temples. We got everything on this planet, this earth, that you really may not have even given consideration to. But there is nothing unavailable for us to bear witness to as humans. So know yourself, know thyself, know the sacredness of your temple in which the divine aliveness of God is breathing itself, being you. And we do have an innate sense ability, which lets us know to be careful, to be wary, to understand the slightest misstep. And we also tell humans that the divine is sensible. Um, the divine is logical. Um, the divine is rational. And the divine allows us the privilege of knowing that we are emotional, and allows us the privilege of knowing that when you are emotional, you will make illogical and irrational decisions, decisions which you, quote, may, unquote, be regretting uh, and experiencing guilt about. So when you know yourself, when you know the universe, which be you, then you truly begin to have a different attitude. You have a new attitude now. Every moment is now. Every movement is new. As we say, every beginning is new. So you don't have to have a new beginning. Every beginning is new because you never had it before. So this is the time that God has made and allows us the privilege of comprehending our sacred and most precious aliveness on this planet. So be caring, be careful, be comprehending, be conscientious, be aware of the consciousness which dwells within and does surround you limitlessly. And as you are moving and having your being, then you respect and honor the breath, which allows you the privilege of knowing that you are alive, a living being. And to have this compassion and this caring and this definitive awareness about yourself, then you also have more comprehension regarding others with whom you communicate, others with whom you, quote, may, unquote, come in contact with, and just being aware of what is ongoing and will continually be going on as you live. So love yourself, honor yourself, uh, be protective about yourself, respect yourself, celebrate, uplift you, and know that you are available to receive the good and the blessings that you so rightfully and righteously deserve as the individual whom you be. There's no human on this planet who be you. There's only one you. So even in these days and times of sequestering, these days and times of being directed to not leave your home for any length of time, to stay inside, to just surrender your former days and times and nights of free activities. This allows you the privilege of moving into a place of meditation, quietude, moving into that loving environment whom you be, and be getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to love who you be. It's a time of introspection and for some self-investigation, as well as when you're living with others and in the midst of others, including individuals deemed family and individuals familial. You have an opportunity to communicate. As you commune together and as you gather together, communing and communicating, you have an opportunity to ask questions that you never asked before, to have conversations, and truly accept and acknowledge what individuals are willing to share or maybe not share. We can't direct individuals to give up their information if they don't want to. But during these times of being sequestered, we will have opportunities to see like, I didn't know that about you. I never saw that before. How do you do that? What are you doing? Why did you do that? I can't believe you did that. What? This is the time. This is the time. These are those times now, in this moment present now. And as you are asking yourself, as you become more willing to see you and to, for some and many, get rid of antiquated things and actions and attitudes, and evolve as you become a new human. This universe which indwells within allows you the privilege to be in tune and attuned, at one with you. And as you so willingly or with intrepidation or fearfully perhaps, but you know it's about you, and it's about seeing every wrinkle, spot, crinkle, every mole, every quote thing, unquote, about you, including what you haven't wanted to see for years or months or days. Look at you. See you. And know that some things you got to get rid of, and some people too. So this is the time to live in divine surrender to the will of Most High. And as some say, live in divine surrender to the will of Allah. Live in the divine surrender to the will of Jehovah. Whatever you choose and do, feel familiar with when referencing your originator, your creator, your designer and definer of your own universe. Look within. And the way sometimes this happens is through meditation or your quiet time, or for some, as it used to be for me, as well as my meditation. But running, I was a runner every day. Loved it until I became ill and was unable to run. Um, Yet, you can sit, stand, lay to pray, and to meditate, and to move into that quiet place where the divine will reveal unto you your own universe, equaling, meaning everything about your wonder-filled self. And all the time, we don't see ourselves as wonder-filled, and other folks don't see ourselves as wonder-filled either. Some folks can't stand some people. Some people just abhor another and or others. Matter of fact, the other day, what is this, Monday? Saturday. I guess it was Saturday. Uh, a sister called. Yeah, sister. Not my sister, but a sister. Called and wanted assistance to be relieved of the pain that she knew she was carrying and wearing and presenting as a result of her man lying to her and then finding that her man had impregnated a woman and the woman also had children. And caller was distraught and began to spew reprehensible words about her man's other woman. I hate her. I wish she would go back where she came from. And those skinny children of hers. And then telling him that she needs milk and Pampers. I hate her. I mean, and she was saying that so much. I was like, well, sister, wait a minute. Wait. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. You can't call here and disparage and denigrate a woman, and especially speaking so negatively and ugly, using the word hate about her and her children. You don't know her. And how do you know she needs Pampers and milk? How do you know she's pregnant? Well, their man told her. And I said, oh, you're going to hate the woman, hate her children, hate children. She said it a number of times, hate. I said, but him? Well, I love him. It's like, oh, you hate the liar, the schemer? You don't hate, in other words, you don't hate the liar, the schemer. You hate the woman he told you about. And so many times that happens because the man or the woman, who's ever lying and has no respect and is not worthy of trusting, he reveals to her about the woman pregnant and that the woman has children. And, because he knew that she would go after the woman, but not him, and let him go because, she loved him and all that. And I said, no, don't call me because I'm not that one. And it's so interesting that the word she was using continually and with such venom and such force, like a dynamism, of hatred overflowing for someone she knows not, and then for children, and they need to go back where they came from. I said, ooh, that sounds quite supremacist. And she black, so, and the other woman is black, and she researched the woman. The woman's been married twice. And it's like, and what does that got to do with you? But I'm saying that because the word hate was so evident in the way she was beginning to allow this festering to overtake her sensibility, to allow her to move into a place of ugliness where she was willingly allowing the emotion to tell her she has to do something to get rid of this woman. Oh, well, I told her, I said, interestingly enough, I was awakened. Oh, actually, it was Sunday before 7:30 and wrote until almost 9, and was told in ways about myself where I saw life. It I'm just going to read this. I saw life. I could stand silently while listening, seeing all sorts of everything. Humans' ways, messy ways, as well as their joy. Their happy, their hopes and dreams, their skin covering didn't matter until it did. That quote did matter, unquote, manifested when folk deemed themselves as caring and who knew best for others, yet not themselves. And not one knew June. Smile. I was seeing all their any and everything, whether I wanted to or did not want to. I was being invaded. As that day, I was being invaded. That Sunday, I was being invaded. I earlier said Saturday, but it was Sunday. I was being invaded. I saw fright, saw fears, saw hidden stuff, and I saw meanness, saw lies, and I saw love, and the desires for and to be loved. I saw life. And then Holy Spirit just gave more words. Interestingly, I saw hate's ugly ways and the unnaturalness of such. Hate is not a nature-all expression. It manifests from insecurity. It does not abide in a safe place. Hate does not have a safety cushion. Hate seeks safe harbor. does not give a way or an entrance to ease. Hate is hostile, yet wills to cover, to secure itself for safety. Hate is unwell, destructive, while attempting and or trying to sustain its delusion of power. Hate desires to be impressive, yet is incapable, unable to control its ugliness. Hate is like a boil, ever ready to burst, while the pus permeates. When hate reveals its presence, reveals its attributes, it's really fearing being discovered and uncovered. What I realized is those words were given for the giving to the woman, because I don't hate anybody. I don't appreciate or like the use of the word. And when I tell people, don't say that, because it takes a lot from you. It contributes to stressfulness. It contributes to emotional unsettlement, upheaval. And as Holy Spirit said, just for an example about the hater who lives in Chocolate City, there's a hate-filled individual in the for whites only White House in Washington, D.C., District of Color, also known as Chocolate City. People become imprisoned in hate, which they can experience what they are also being taught. And I read that to that woman. I said, this was for you. This is always, God always has something for everybody, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. I said, but I'm going to read this to you because it's about you. And I'm going to ask you to check yourself, your willingness to create disturbances and your willingness to voice your distress to the point of threatening children with your ugly words. And she's a brilliant woman, but she allowed her man and the other woman's man, same man, to infuse her with whatever his messiness is, because he knows that she would become distressed and disturbed and go after the woman, but not him. I said, well, she didn't get pregnant with a dildo. She didn't get pregnant by herself. But he told you to get the weight off him. And she became so emotionally distraught until she just threw hate all over the place, all over herself. I said, well, I recommend that you let your car window down and put out there that you are loving, that you are experiencing peacefulness, and that you are rid of any and all animosity and hatred. And speak your name. Well, she didn't want to do that. I said, well, I got to go. She was allowing her universe, to become frazzled and all distressed, and cells and organ becoming all twisted, and the neurons and brain smashing and running into one another because she was so filled with enmity, animosity, and hatefulness. I said, you better hope you make it home. And that was it, because I said, I've got to go. When you allow you, your own universe, to become disturbed and distressed, and to become entangled in the ugliness that this world has, well, it's unhealthy. And we do have the opportunities to walk away, run away, hop, skip away, and to let shit go. Just release it. Create your own colonic by emphasizing your ability to acknowledge your worthiness. You cannot allow your world, your life experience and expression to be continually available for dart throwers, for individuals who are so available to cast dispersion and to denigrate and to hate. You don't want your you all tangled in messiness, all wrapped and bound in ugly ways. And when you comprehend the meaningfulness of peace and the fullness thereof, you know when humans are bringing you some bullshit. And I tell people, be thankful for the bullshit. It's a fertilizer. When it's spread, it stinks, but that which is spread upon rises in some beautiful ways. You get beautiful flowers, beautiful plants, sometimes trees, whatever is planted. Good food. And a lot of good can come from the stench of bullshit. And there are individuals who are centered and settled in certain places, and all they do is throw shit. That's their job. And when they throw it at you, when they cast it at you, in whatever ways they do, but it's like they're going to invade your you. They're going to invade the presence within, totally determined to bypass your humanity and do something to just upset and unsettle your divine aliveness. And when you fall prey to that, then you can Well, for example, you can begin praying, you can meditate, you can hop, skip, run, roll away from the messiness, the messy people, because they're always available, they're always here. And I definitely have had more than my share of individuals' ugly ways. Why? Well, somebody told me that a renowned singer hated me, a woman I did the read for. And she loved her information and said her mother loved it. And I loved this woman's voice. And I said, wow, if I had a song, I would want you to sing my song. And I'm just so happy and enthused about this sister. And next thing you know, I'm told, she hates you. She can't stand you. I said, what? I said, well, why? They said, well, just because you're alive. Wow. I wasn't disappointed. I was shocked and I was hurt. But then again, I've been hurt so many times, as many of you have, and more likely will be as long as we breathe. There will come hurtful, enmity, nasty, negative, pissy people who would do and say and cause any havoc just because you breathe. And for me myself personally, I have addressed some of the messiness that people have done, some of the violent actions that uh, they believe they have the right to take and inflict upon my body. And um, there are some which I must address. But I'm saying this to allow you the privilege of knowing that when you're living your life like it's golden, as that wonderful woman who sings, Jill Scott, live your life like it's golden, live my life like it's golden, like it's golden. Then there are ones who want to see your golden life rusty, crusted, dull, not shining. And so they will do and say any and everything to cause havoc and distress and disturb you, even as they are sharing their messiness with others about you. When you know you and your universe is not tarnished and uh, you're continually moving and doing and affirming your presence as that which is phenomenal, well, it's your right. It's your divine right. It's the life Most High has breathed within you and allows you the privilege of knowing you deserve to have the good life, that you are worthy of your good life, that your good life is worthwhile, and that the magnanimity of your presence within this limitless universe allows you the privilege of knowing yourself so relevantly until when individuals, whomever they be, spew poison, they spit words forth that caused pain and hurt. Well, a strengthened, empowered you has the privilege of addressing that enmity. You're allowed to address what has been done to you. You're allowed to ask, why did you lie about me? Sometimes people do certain and or specific things and they don't care and don't expect to be caught. But as things are changing, and change is guaranteed, as things are evolving, as things are becoming evolutionary, and as we say, the evolution of the revolution, you comprehend your personal rights to life, your right to live, and your right to not be bothered. You know, humans who don't comprehend themselves, who don't know themselves, who are fearful of looking within and seeing the vastness of their own universe, they continually spew hate-filled ugliness and attempt and or try to be powerful on your life. So when you're getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to really love yourselves, it begins now. And you got to know you better than you expect or hope another and or others to know you. And the reality also is you don't have to allow certain and or specific individuals to be entering your you without invitation. Some individuals inflict themselves on others. It's like rape. You know, not, oh, well, baby, you weren't invited to enter the sacred temple, whom I be. And there are individuals who are doing that today. There are individuals who are so full and flowing forth with hatred and enmity and express this in such dastardly ways and expect you to accept it. You don't have to. You have the right to protect yourself. And sometimes by any means necessary. By any means necessary. There's so much meanness accruing. Individuals who don't like these people or those people. Individuals who believe they're the only people who have the right to live. And what's interesting is you wonder where all this horror comes from. And now I understand why they were telling me about hate. It's not necessarily birthed in a babe when it's born. It's comprehensively taught, instructed. Hate, destruction comes from the instructions of individuals who are rife, full, flowing forth with jealousy, enmity, animosity, and wishing they could be like you, wishing they had what you have. And some are willing to go to any lengths to get it, to be like you. But when that happens, they still have to come to the realization that they're not you, that they can't be you, and what you have is not theirs, only yours. And then individuals will steal people's things and take it and wear it until they recognize and say, well, that looks like June's stuff. Well, doesn't matter how you try to make it look like yours or to be yours, but there's somebody who knows the truth. I know it's truth, but, as people get, deep into the meaningfulness of expressing self, it's like, baby, they know the truth, honey. Know you. Know your own universe. Know the universe which you own and define as yours, especially when you live in surrender to the will of the divine, which breathes itself being you. I just do it that way so that you know that it's audible, and yet when you walk, when you play, when you're enjoying the companionship of loving ones and cherished friends and companions, you all are communing together, communicating and breathing. And one thing that's so wonderful is to be able to compliment another and or others, because you can compliment yourself. Be self-complimentary. See the expansion of you from within, and the depth limitless, and the heights limitless, and the spreading out limitless, the growth, the freedom to express you in all your majesty, because you are your majesty. I said if I ever met the queen, I'd give her my hand so she can kiss my hand, because I'm as majestic as she is, and I haven't murdered, stolen, raped, or pillaged anyone's natural resources. Ain't no queen greater than mother. There's no queen, king greater than you. And we don't all have to wear a crown. This is your crown. Your skin is your mantle of royalty. For example, first world ascendants, Black people, Africans, in the ununited states and on the continent. Yes, I say ununited states because it's divided, always has been. And there are individuals who are willing to maintain division, willing to create division, willing to divide at any cost and by any means, any meanness necessary. But first world ascendants living and abiding within the ununited states, and first world ascendants living and abiding on the continent where the first life and first world originated. They are being mistreated, murdered, including first world ascendants murdering their own. with this horror, this enmity, this division manifesting to the point where I say racism is alive and unwell in the ununited states. This is the time for spiritual discernment. This is the time to acknowledge where it all began and what it is and how it works and how you can work it. Because, for example, Catholic Church is working everything that they stole from First World. Richest church on the continent. Continents. Double crown from Kemet, staff from Kemet. Then they tell you, don't burn candles, don't burn incense, and don't throw holy water, which is water, it's been prayed over. If necessary and had to be holy and you had to help somebody, you'd get that water from a toilet, honey, and pray over it and sprinkle it. But everything that First World Ascendants originated, including that which is misdefined and misdefined forever, the religion of Voodoo, also known as Santeria and Candomblé and Macumba, all that's yours. And they say, you can't do that. If you do that, you be worshiping Satan, you go to hell. Which they do define because they know what it is because they created it. But anyway, so everything that was good about you, has been good about you, is yet good about you, but you don't know it's good about you. And you run from the good about you to the ignorance established for you to believe about you, while they continually conceive to present the ignorance about you, and you accept that inanity about you. Well, it's time to slough off those lies, those untruths, slough off the misdefying, miseducation, and step into the truth about you, for you, because you, your own universe, has some phenomenal ways and expressions of power to present. And the first presenting is your presence. Throw that holy water, ring those bells, shake those rattles, swirl within the universe with your prayers, with your sounds. Ding, 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 ding. See, while you were mistaught, they took what you surrendered, what you gave away, what you sold, what you were murdered for, continually taking, utilizing, and then regurgitating and giving it back to you. And you thought you were getting something. Anytime you get that which is not of the source from the source, then, as I've said before, it's adulterated. It's not the real deal. It's time for you, especially first world ascendants, I'm speaking to you. It's time for you to step back, take a moment, breathe, and request the new now, so that you step forth empowered, knowing that the power is moving and having its way within you. Sometimes you feel the quickening, oh, which allows you the privilege of knowing you got it. You can't make that stuff up. However, it came to you naturally and does allow you the privilege of utilizing what is natural and of your nature so that you can accomplish. I mean, I said, why is Haiti so poor when they got all the tea? Mm-hmm. Haiti got tea, Jamaica got tea, Cuba got tea, everybody got tea. Mm-hmm. You got tea. And there's others who know your tea and will put something in it so that it's not in its natural place. Hopefully they never find out. Hopefully they'll never know. Hopefully their you will never be uncovered or discovered or presented. And, for example, their ministers will continually teach them that they're unworthy. Give me all your money. Give me all those ducats. Give me those centines. Give me those pesos. Give me those dollars and cents. Give me your sense. But Reverend Minister, Doctor, Prophet, Priest, Pope, I've got this thing that tells me that I am great. Oh, forsooth. Do not forsake yourself in such ways. You can't be great. Look where you're from. Look at your people. What have they contributed to the world? What values have they contributed? And who are you to believe yourself of being worthy to have a new car? You have to think about that, beloved. What makes you think that you're worthy? What have you done? What have you contributed? What has what have your people, your ancestors contributed to planet, to you, to your own universe? In this day and time, here and now, present, now, nature's own worthiness, now, you, your own universe. Be willing to be still. For in the stillness, revelations manifest. In the stillness, the divine will reveal unto you who you are and whose you be. and will reveal unto you certain and or specific things, quote, to do, unquote, so that you are protected as well as provided for. The spiritual reveals itself in the stillness, and the spiritual reveals itself among and in the midst of multitudes. And you can hear the silence even when there be roars of a million people. You must trust that which entrusted its divinity within you. And that means you've got to slough, S-L-O-U-G-H, you've got to slough off, you've got to cast out, you've got to get rid of stuff which has you experiencing a sense of being chained and bound. You are free. As I speak to first world ancestors about our first world ascendants, as I get messages to contribute to you so that you express, to expand, to evolve, and to witness the revelations which are knocking within your heart and soul, so that you are no longer experiencing a sense of being last, and you know you are first and always have been, always will be, as many others, countless, myriad, be quote attempting and or trying, unquote, to sequester you while they expand, utilizing what they have taken and or stolen and or pillaged and or gentrified, ever taking, ever invading the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body. But they can't take the spiritual body unless you surrender it. Breathe, children, breathe. Do not surrender your divine aliveness so easily. I don't care who stands in a position of power, on a pulpit, on a podium, on a pool, in a tree, on a rock. Ask your you. Go within. Trust your you. Trust your own universe in which Most High is breathing its divine aliveness, allowing you the privilege of knowing you are a divine being in flesh-formed female, woman, human, flesh-formed female, woman, human, flesh-formed male, man, human, flesh-formed male, man, human, beloved. It's so good. It's so God. It's so you. This is the time to be powerful, power-filled, empowered. Power. 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 Powered. Powered. Power. You are powerful. You are powerful. You are powerful. You are power-filled. You are power-filled. You are powerful. You are empowered, power-filled, and powerful. You. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In this privileged time of divine release, where individuals are ridding themselves of that which is no longer necessary, including the physical body, individuals departing flesh, moving to live eternally. And here you be, powerful, able to comprehend, to think, to be present, and to be presence. Comprehend the importance of the divine consciousness, which allows you the privilege of being you and knowing you be you, your own universe. The grace of Most High sustains you. The Most High grace of God, your originator, your creator, your designer, your definer, allows you the privilege of being stilled, so that in the stillness you know you are worthy, that you are qualified to be best and no thing lesser. You do not have to scrape nor crawl nor seek the acceptance of another or others to be phenomenal. You are great because Most High says so, and because I say so. You are great. You have the ability to acknowledge grace, the ability to acknowledge your rising and your evolving and your affirmative triumph. You're not a listless castaway. You're not thrown aside like something that matters not. Your matter is comprised of that which is divine, and the divine does not compromise itself just to satisfy any end or others who would deny you your right to breathe the divine aliveness that only God gives. You are a child of Most High, a son, a rising, brilliant and radiant son, a rising and brilliant, radiant daughter of your maker. And there are individuals who know this, and so they have taught you to be nothing, to be a lesser than, to be meek and to be humble, and to not ever be believing that you can, because you can. You were born with a will to do until that will was, quote, broken, unquote, and disjointed and snatched, twisted, ripped and torn. But now we proclaim healing, children. It's important for any and all of you who have friends and family of varied, beautiful colors and hues. And as first world ascendants, it's important, imperative that you communicate and commune with and among others so that they can know you. It's like getting to know you, getting to know all about you. That is, whatever you want them to know. Because there are individuals who are interested and they want to know you. They want to know about you. They want to know what it is about you. What do you do? How do you do it? Who are you? What is you? What be you? Why you be? This moment here and now and present. I'll say this again. I'm ready. I'm willing. I'm capable. I'm able. I'm ready. I have my newness now. I'm fearless. I'm fabulous. I am divine. I'm ready. I'm willing. I'm capable. I'm able. I'm ready. I have my newness now. I'm fearless. I'm fabulous. I am divine. And you are. You're powerful. You're impressive. You're beautiful. You're empowered. You're full and flowing forth with magnanimity. You love your children. You teach them about loving and being loved. Beloved, you're loving partners. And one thing, really, your family. What I learned is just because you're born from the same sperm and same womb does not make you family. People who love, honor, celebrate, be willing to participate and hold you in the sense of being cherished, cared about, and have compassion and don't hate you. That's what family is. Family's not always from same sperm and same womb. So cherish and honor your family, whoever those individuals be, as familial and wonderful family. You, your own universe, respect and honor, and don't mistreat or be abusive. Such ugly things can exist within families, but does not have to exist within you. Does not have to exist within you, your own universe. You are allowed to close doors, shut off, shut away, move forward, move on, and love being a divine presence of Most High in flesh form, female, woman, human, loving being, a divine presence of Most High in flesh form, male, man, human, upon planet Earth, this planet which spins within universe without human compulsion or permission. You're you, your own universe. Things change. Change be upon you and change be about you. Change be guaranteed. And as we say, love you as we love you. You are worthy. You are capable. You are able. You can. You will. You are willed. You be willing because you can. Do. Love you as we love you. So, I said this Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. Well, that adds to 2033. I'll already figure it out. Adds to 2033, which adds to 8. 8 is the number that the word God vibrates to. 8 represents, in general terms, the number of physical, material things humans hope for, wish for, want, believe they deserve, and some feel they are undeserving because of what some and others have told them. But it's the things that you want to have a good life within your own universe. The things that you should have and deserve to make your life better. Yet, in having that magnificent, limitless relationship, that spiritual, associative relationship, which breeds being you and allows you the privilege of knowing you have the impressive power to create what makes your life better, and so that you can manifest to contribute a wonder-filled legacy and the love for your lineage and the ancestors coming. So as we say, lineage, love, legacy now, and to my relatives, cousin love, hashtag cousin love, hashtag legacy now, hashtag lineage love for everybody. Use them. So it's necessary to know that you deserve the good life. And when you know that, then you will refuse and refute anything lesser, even as others have defined and misdefined your being undeserving. However, as long as you breathe within the divine aliveness, which Most High expresses itself, being you, your own universe, go for the best and nothing lesser. Be impressive and nothing lesser. Be sensible and respectful and nothing lesser. Educate yourself. Edify yourself. Raise and praise yourself. It begins within you, your own universe, and then you spread and expand to share with care and compassion so others can see you, your own universe, as a living example of that which is good, great, grand, and glorious. Language the best for yourselves. Do not misuse or utilize lesser than language. Speak up about your own universe. Raise and praise you, your own universe. Know you, your own universe, as no one else can or will and do for you. In other words, love you as you would expect others to love you. Do unto you as you would do unto you. You know, as they say, do unto others as you would do unto yourself. And that means refuting and refusing anything lesser than the best for you, your own universe now. Trust you, in whom Most High has entrusted its divine aliveness. And be careful and care-filled, because haters are out here in these streets. Individuals would hate you just because you breathe. Humans who hate you because of your skin color, hate you because of the textures of your hair, hate you because they can't be you, and yet would do any and everything they could to be you, your own universe. And each individual has their own stuff. Can't nobody be you, no matter how they would want to be you. You should love you. Love wanting to be you. Love being you. You matter. As they say now, Black Lives Matter. Well, you matter. Your life matters. I'm thinking as we say, it's about time to release this magnanimous moment and see my website, www.reverentjunegatlin.com, and go to my YouTube channel. Thank you, Reverent June Juliet Gatlin, and subscribe, because I'm going to be doing YouTube live, because I know, as Most High has told me, that I cannot leave this planet until I do what they birthed me to do, and in the mind of Most High is already fulfilled. So I'm learning, and I have some wonderful individuals who do help, and especially and including Mr. Shannon Allen, Jalon Knowledge Perryman, Cheryl Tyrell, my son, whom Most High said would be born, told me when I was age 11, you will have one child, a son, until death, but you will be a mother to children of the world. So I've got lots of children, especially and including those whom Most High said would be born. And they be here now. Chad James Carstarfin, you know I love you. Gregory Wayne Portis, my peaches and cream. Clyde Lawrence Terry. Most High has sent me lots of children. And grandchildren, grand greatness children, you, all of you. So, thank you. I thank God for you. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. As long as I've got the spirit. As long as I've got the spirit. Oh, as long as I've got the spirit, I feel good. I feel good. Hallelujah. I feel good. Yes, I do. I feel good. I feel good. Ooh, as long as I've got the spirit. As long as I've got the spirit. Oh, as long as I've got the spirit. I feel good. Good to all of you, wherever you be, know that the love of Most High loves itself, being and breathing you, your own universe, your own universe. So check you out. Check you, love you, honor you, celebrate you, enjoy you, have fun with you, rest and give care and compassion, relax you,